Hi everyone, and welcome to Paper Pumpkin Week here on Creative Chelsey. Over the last week, I've shared some great card ideas you can make with the September 2025 Paper Pumpkin Kit called Fall For Toile. Today I'm sharing with you my sixth and last alternative card idea. The kit creates a total of 9 cards, 3 in these 3 different designs, along with coordinating envelopes. If you'd like to watch me unbox this kit and create these cards or see any of my other alternative projects, you can click on the playlist in the top right corner. I love trying to come up with alternative card ideas that you can make over and over, even after all the supplies in the kit are gone. And this card does exactly that. Even though I did cut out the acorns and leaves with the envelope patterns, you can easily substitute any pattern or solid color cardstock for this card. I hope you love it as much as I do. Also, I have a great die cut tip you don't want to miss, so keep watching. So from the kit, you're going to want your Stampin' Spot and your stamp set. You will also need the Circle of Season dies, and this does not come in the kit. This is a coordinating add-on. But from the kit, you will also need your envelope pattern scraps. We used some already for a previous card. And then from your own stash, you're going to need some cardstock. I'm using very vanilla cardstock. I like the warmer color when I'm working with warm color cards, and I use it a lot during the fall time. If you only have white, white is just fine. So I have a card base, and then I also have some pieces. This is 2 3/4 inches by 4 1/4. And then I have a scrap piece for my stamping. And then I have some early espresso cardstock for my accent color and for some die cuts. So let's go ahead and start with our stamping. I'm just going to pull in some scratch paper really quick so I don't have to clean my glass mat. We're going to begin stamping with the pumpkins. Now, if you don't want to do the pumpkins, you could do the leaves as well. And we're going to create a pattern here, moving across our very vanilla cardstock. And this is the 2 3/4 by 4 1/4 piece of cardstock. And you can, be as strict with your pattern as you want. It doesn't really have to be perfect. Put a little something there. Just keep in mind that you do want it to feel like it goes even off your paper. Okay. So this is my little toile pattern that I created, and I am going to distress the edges. If that's not your style, then you don't have to. I'm going to also add a piece of early espresso cardstock just as a little accent. I'm going to distress one edge of it, and I'm going to put it at the bottom underneath. So this piece of cardstock is a 1/2 inch by 4 1/4 inches, and it's just going to sit right along that edge with maybe 1/8 of an inch or so showing. You can do however much of that cardstock showing as you want. Okay, let's go ahead and add this to our card base. And just a little adhesive on the back, and it goes right in the center. And then I'm going to open it up and smooth it out. All right, so that's what the card looks like right now. We're going to now need to do some die cutting and some stamping. So for this card, I flip-flopped my acorns. I did brown on the top and red on the bottom. I'm going to stick with that. If you want to switch yours to be however you want, that is fine. I'm also doing orange leaves again, and I need 5 leaves and 3 acorns, just like before. So red on the bottom and brown on the top, and then orange leaves. And then I am going to cut out a hello from this cardstock. And to make it easy to add, I'm going to put some adhesive sheet on the back. You don't have to do this if you don't have it. You can use just regular adhesive. That's probably what I did for my card because I didn't think about it beforehand. But these are just adhesive sheets. You get a lot of them in one pack. And it just makes your cardstock kind of like a sticker. You just pull back the backing and you put the sticky side on the back of your cardstock. And then when you run it through, your die cut is, oh, there is the perforation. I guess not perforation, it's like a joint for the backing. Okay, so that goes on the back. I cut from the front and then it becomes a little sticker. It's perfect. So let's go ahead and cut all these things out and I'll be right back. All right, so we've cut all that out. We have our 3 acorns, our 5 leaves, and our hello. And before we start putting things together, we need to create a background for our hello. And here is my great little tip. So we are going to work from the back so that we don't have to worry about pencil marks. So you're going to flip your die cut over and you're going to take your pencil and you're going to outline your die cut. Oh. And what this is going to do is it's going to give us a larger shape that we can then stick the die cut, hello, on top of. And that's going to give us a little bit of a bubble. So that way, when we add it to this busy background, don't want it to move. When we add it to our busy background, it can stand out on its own. Because sometimes, even with a dark greeting like this, if the background's too busy, it can get hidden. So you see that? So then you're going to take your paper snips and you're just going to cut it out. And just go slowly. It doesn't need to be perfect. And the pencil mark, because we did it upside down, is going to be on the back. So if by chance there's any problem, no one's going to, like if you don't get it exactly on the line, nobody is going to even see the pencil line. For these tight corners, it's best to kind of come from the top on both sides so that you don't have to try and flip your paper snips around, because that always will tear your cardstock. Okay, so that's all done. So we're going to flip it over and then we can add our hello to the front. I think you're just going to love the way this looks. So start on one side and just place it in the middle, or as close to the middle as you can. This is where that adhesive sheet really comes in handy. It is fairly malleable, so just kind of try to get the black or the center line to be in the center of that shape. And once you kind of have the beginning, then it kind of all comes together really well in the end. Okay, there we go. I like to flip mine over and then go on one side with my bone folder and then go on the other side. And I'm not going back and forth. I'm picking it up, going to the middle, and then pushing down to the ends. So that way I don't rip it. There we go. So cute. Okay, so let's start putting some of these things together. I'm going to put my acorn together with a little glue dot at the top of each base. If you want, I did this on my other acorns, you can just cut off the littlest bit from the top on the sides just to straighten it out. It's going to give the acorn just a little bit more of that acorn shape that we're used to. If you don't want to do this, you can just put it on and it will just be a little more smooth. I like the way it looks when you just chop off a little bit of it. And then a little glue dot on the top of each one. And then you just stick your little tops on. Okay, and then these all get popped up with a dimensional on the back, but the leaves don't. So the leaves will get a glue dot. So you can flip all those over and add the adhesive. All right, so I've also added dimensionals to the back of the greeting. So dimensionals on acorn and greeting, glue dots on the leaves. And we're going to start with the greeting, put that right in the middle. And then add your acorns around the greeting. You can do any design here, just putting them around like that. And then tuck your leaves in and around the acorn. So we got one there, maybe one down near the bottom. I like to kind of use them to separate. So these two acorns here, by adding a leaf between them, it kind of separates them. So that way they don't just become a blob of red. So that's where I placed my leaves. And then we're going to finish the greeting with fall. And I did use the stamp set from the kit. And let me show you how I did that. So with Early Espresso, just so that it is kind of stands out, I'm going to stamp the word thankful twice. And that's going to give me all the letters that I need for the word fall. Okay, so I need F-A-L-L. And you're just going to use your paper snips to cut these out. So I need 2 L's. There's 1. There's 2. I need an F. And an A. And these are not going to be perfect. They will be different sizes, okay? But it is a quick and easy way to get the greeting that you want with that style that you want. Okay, because I love this way this type is. If you do have any that have a little bit of marking on them, you can cover it up with the previous one. And then let me show you how I put these together. So I'm going to take a piece of tear and tape. This is another little trick. And if you have a silicone craft sheet, you're going to put your tear and tape on your silicone craft sheet and carefully pull up just the paper backing so you have just the tape showing. And then you can use your, take a pick tool, and you're just going to add your letters over the tear and tape. Try that one again. And remember, it's not going to be perfect. Okay. Then you can take it off the silicone craft sheet because the silicone craft sheet doesn't hold adhesive. Fold back any tear and tape that might still be there. And then we're going to pop this up with a dimensional right over that. I guess you could put the dimensional down first and not use the tear and tape, but I think the tear and tape is a little easier to manipulate. So I'm just going to put dimensionals all the way across, just so it doesn't stick to anything else. But there we go. We have this one little word made up of little letters. And I'm just going to stick that in the corner under hello. Isn't that so cute? And then if you want, you can add embellishments, ribbon. I'm going to use linen thread, and I'm going to do about 10 inches or so and smooth it out. And then I'm going to tie a bow. And I'm going to put a little glue dot. You can use these big ones that came in the kit, and you're just going to wrap it around something pointy so that it gets a little smaller, and stick it straight down where you want your ribbon, or your ribbon, baker's twine, bow, whatever you're putting on there, and then just push down right into that glue dot so it doesn't come out. And your card is all done. Well, I hope you enjoyed watching me create this fun card today. If you're interested in seeing written instructions or close-up images on how I created this card, you can visit my blog, creativechelsey.com. If you would like to subscribe to get your own monthly crafting kit, you can do so using the link in the description below. Thanks so much for watching. Have a creative day. Bye.